Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel after a bit of break. Now we're exploring Modern, okay? We're exploring all the Cryptic command shells. I want to play Cryptic command deck to nobody's surprise. I've already played Reclamation, Teamer Reclamation, which I found average. It's okay, absolutely playable, FNM level, brilliant, but I wanted to find something better. And for now, I'm starting with Cryptic Uro shells, okay? I will later move on probably to blue-white shells. But for now, blue-green X shells. So now I'm going to focus on Scapeshift, or at least try out Scapeshift. So Scapeshift deck, or Teamer Scapeshift, has been an archetype for a long time. More, less playable, but it's been there. And compared to traditional Primeval Titan versions, this is a pure control deck, right, with some ramp-ish elements, which has this 4 mana I win the game button later in the game. So I actually don't need to stabilize fully, because I can just kill them. And the way it works, for people who don't know, I can sacrifice any number of lands I've got on the battlefield and then put that many back. So the point is that I sacrifice, let's say, breeding pools, forests, islands, fetches, sanctuaries, and then put back a Valakut and some number of mountains, let's say 7. At least so many to meet the condition. And so, for example, if I bring back a Valakut and 7 other mountains, which could be Triomes, Steam Vents, Stomping Grounds, I just shoot them for 3 times the number of mountains, for example, 21. Which means that I can just play this game, opt here, bolt here, sensor here, a bit of control-ish thing, and then, turn 7, or when I have 7 lands in play, I can just suck 7 lands, Valakut, 6 mountains, 8 in you, right? Which is great. The list has no cute elements. I mean, it depends on what you think about sensor, but no like cute sweet one-offs. I hate one-offs in lists like that. Very focused sideboard. List is very heavily inspired by some kind of post I saw on Twitter. So I want to run it through a league together, and we'll see what the conclusion is. See you match one. Match one. Okay, so yeah, we're playing the games live, so that you know. Okay, I have high good luck to my opponents, and I can close the chat. But actually, let's keep the game. Oh, the game log is here. Yeah, let's keep the game log as well. So, the deck has 27 lands. So with both Sense and Remand, I think I'm sure to hit more of them. And Bolt is also early interaction, so I've got Bolt into Counter Magic. I really dislike the 2 Scapeshift here, but I don't think I can keep such a hand, because like if it was a 6, I mean, I personally don't use this argument often, like, if it was a 6, would I keep it? But if it was a 6, that would be a brilliant 6. I will actually begin with the Scolding Tarn and pass, because I want to prioritize using fetches to find tapped Triomes as much as I can. Now, this might change the dynamic, because I really don't need green so much. Let's see what the Goblin Guide flips. An island. Okay, I will actually then find a mountain and bolt it. Now I can follow it up with an island and just pass. We've got an Uro to stabilize later a bit. That's fine. Okay, yeah, so let's focus. Let's focus. So they probably don't have more lands. Do I want to remand that? I don't, I think. I don't know why they played this first. I will. Do I want to remand? I might want to remand. Just actually I will remand, because it's more difficult to have a good use for remand, and I can always just censor for 1, like cycle it. And with remand, they have to play into it, let's say. Okay, I've got 27 lands. I hit this. I think I might aggressively Uro, because this allows me to just play another land and just ramp my way. So I'll play this tapped, because that's the only purely tapped land. Actually, now thinking about it, literally half a second after the play, I could have just put this tap to hold up Cryptic, and I think that would have been better. So that's too bad. I hadn't thought about it. They play the Swift Spear Shaw. Now idling or some kind of Boros charm-ish thing. Sure, Boros charm. Okay, so I really need to focus. So I want to both keep explaining what I'm doing, but also play well. Okay, that was a brilliant draw. It was a brilliant draw because... why? Okay, let's focus for a moment. So I've got 3 cards in graveyard. I want to escape Uro next turn, for which I need a forest and an island on top of what I've got here. I can also just 7-land kill them. Now, I cannot interact with the board, so I think I want to have an island here. That's problematic. I might also Uro this turn. And if I Uro this turn, I think that's the best setup for later, actually, if I Uro this turn. I haven't played my land yet. This gives me 3. I can put this tapped, right? So, I can also play this to hold up Sensor, should I really need to. So I think that's fine. Let's do that, actually. Let's do that. Island for... Yeah, let's do that. Goblin Guide, Shaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just Scapeshift them next turn. So, let's do that, shall we? Let's play a basic island. Let's censor that. Let's pass. They hit me for 6, which is not enough, admittedly. Now, let's just count the number of mountains I've got in the deck, because I should keep track. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mountains. Okay, let's just remember that I've got 11 mountains in my deck. So I've got still 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 left, which is more than enough. So I can just play the fetch land. I can green, do. And I can play Scapeshift. Like that, let's say. And I can sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. Yeah, clicked all of them. Yep. And then I can put into play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't want to pay 2. I mean, so the game will ask you if you want to pay 2, but it won't untap. So you can legally pay 2, but it won't untap. So that's not the best thing ever. So let's think about this game. So always yes, always yield. So let's think about this game for a moment. So if this deck wasn't a Scapeshift deck, how would the game have played out differently? So I could escape Uro, right? Jump up to 9, have a blocker, block this 3. So they would need like a double burn spell to kill me, which is certainly possible. But the question is also, what would I have had if it wasn't for the Scapeshift? Like, what other spells would I have? I wouldn't play so many lands, probably like 29, like in this list. So it depends. But Uro, I think, like this bolt sensor, I think Uro would stabilize the game even if I play a different version. So Wither the Storm, Flame Slash, and Ether Gusts. Okay, so this is my like first idea what I want to bring in. So I want to bring anger because you need to kill these creatures early. Like you need to. Okay, so if you're in a situation that you have to anger turn 3, it means you have poorly managed the game up to that point. And the problem with anger is that if they haven't overextended, it means that you have to trade an anger for a Goblin Guide, right? Which was a terrible exchange because the way they kill you is on the tempo front. Explosives, again, I believe it's too slow, and I really want to take turn 1 to play a trio. Again, the problem with explosives is they are not so reliant on their 1-drops, right? So that's why I don't like it. So what I want to cut is Ren 6s. So Ren and 6s, as like in Jund, would have to be kept probably in some number because the mana base is tied strongly to Rens. But in this list, like, mana base works regardless of Ren, right? So I can easily cut it, right? It doesn't tie up the mana base. So I can cut Rens, remands are trash, and we've got a clean 7-7. Okay, so this hand, I will always give you just a moment to think about a hand before I say what I think. So this is the moment. Think for a moment. That's it. That's the sneakiest mulligan you could ever see. No sideboard cards, no interaction with the battlefield, barely interaction with the stack. Sensor is very lackluster. We need to lead on a Triumph, so basically we would need to go on the draw Triumph, then hold up Sensor to hopefully counter something, and it still doesn't counter Eidolon. So if they go turn to Eidolon, we are just screwed. Just cannot keep. Now this hand, on the other hand, is brilliant. Okay. Now what actually I will bottom is I think an opt here. Okay, so wait. Play something, I go Triumph. They play something, I go Island Gust. They play something, I go Breeding Pool, Uro. I think it's close. Actually, so I will actually put back Triumph because I will go Triumph, Island Gust, Breeding Pool, Uro. And because, yeah, I think it's better than the next trio, and also with 29 lands in my deck, I'm highly likely to hit my fourth land. I think that's better, yeah. And this hand is much better because, oh, that was a brilliant draw. This hand is much better because it interacts with the board and stack. And has an Uro to follow it up with. That's huge. Okay, and my opponent must have mulliganed a bit. So I'm afraid they might not be able to win this game. I mean, afraid is not a good phrase here, but they won't win this. I don't know. What did they mulligan to? Show game log. Puts 2 cards. Okay, so they mulligan down to 5. Sure. And on the play, right? But again, the point isn't the resources. I mean, from my perspective, because the control deck will always have the resources. It doesn't have time very often, you know, tempo, which I've written about on Card Market, on the Card Market site. You know, a small plugin. Okay, so they're passing, and I think I can just safely I can just cycle these through. And I want to begin with the Sensor, so because Sensor doesn't give me any options. And now I can play the spell which gives me options, right? A Bolt. I will keep a Bolt, just in case. I think keeping a Bolt is fine. Now, how safe do I want to play? I'm at 11. I don't think I need to play super safe here. So I will just go this, you know, plus, actually no, because they could Skullcrack me. And give them an opening to actually win, because they can Skullcrack, untap, double spell. So I think that was pretty bad, because I could have easily held up Gust Bolt. Yeah, terrible. Yeah, terrible play. Terrible play on my part. So I'm asking to lose this game. That was very bad. Play a creature, please. Okay. So, I can play the Spiral main phase. I can put Triumph in tapped. I don't... Do I want third untapped? I think I don't. Okay, so let's just see what happens. Because if they have a creature and a spell, I'm still covered. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. a skull crack. So I will do this to the skull crack. I misplayed so badly. I'm really... Okay, let's see what they do with that. Show game log. On top. Okay, makes sense, obviously. I've got not enough cards in the graveyard. So do I want to bolt to have that? Bolt. Uro. Or I can just spiral. I could spiral. Uro and hold up bolt. I think that's what I really like here. Wait. Yeah, because I will do this. Put an island into play. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Do this. Target growth spiral. Yup. I don't want to put it on top. Now I can play Uro. And hold up bolt. Okay. Trigger. A Valakut, sure, pass. Yeah, I really misplayed this game. I mean, with this Uro turn, it was very bad. Now, I can still lose, don't get me wrong, because they can just now upkeep, or they should have, or they absolutely should have upkeeped this. Okay, go to attacks, trigger. Now they will skull crack. Now I could cycle sensor. But I think I'd rather let them draw because they could crack this and sensor can actually hit something, you know. So I'd rather... Yeah, now I'm probably pretty safe. I don't want to pay 2. I can pass. I'm probably safe unless they top deck specifically a 1 mana spell. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains, so any subsequent mountain actually shoots them. A Boros Charm. It took them really long to think about that. To just think, kill you, or attempt to kill you. So now they will pay, resolve, they will pay. Now I can cast the second one. And now they are in this precarious position that they would need to top deck 2 spells, which is okay. So we've got this game wrapped up, thankfully, despite me playing like very bad, I mean, at least at this one moment, I would have to rewatch it to see if I played bad along the way, because as you know, as you watch my analyses, very often I find mistakes later in my play. So, yeah. Yep. Okay. 1-0. See you match 2. Match 2 of this league. Okay, so this hand on the play would be excellent. I hate mulliganing remand on the play. Okay, I have high good luck my opponent. So the thing is that it played 29 lands. 29 lands. So, I could go this cycle sensor, hold up remand if I hit the land. Now what's the chance I hit the land? Let's actually hyper geometric distribution, get Magic the Gathering. Nope, this one, no, this one. Hyper geometric distribution calculator. Let's check it together. So I've got 53 cards in my deck right now. A number of cards we are drawing. I will draw 2 cards because of the sensor and of the draw step, but there will be 1 fewer because I will fetch. I've got 28 hits, and I want to hit 1, let's say. I'm 80%. I'm 80% supposing I do the maths correctly. So if I'm 80%, I will keep. I think 80% is the risk I can take with 80%. And no, it's based purely on maths here, right? And because I play 29 lands. And I don't want to, yeah. Yep. Okay. The game begins. Let's take a breeding pool here. And let's cycle. Yeah. That's also, yep. But I'm not afraid of their turn 2, and I'm not going to remand anything they play, whether they are, because they could be green Tron or E-Tron, and no matter what they play turn 2, I'm not going to remand it. So I can safely play the Triumph here. And I hope they are a Chalice E-Tron deck, because E-Tron is much easier to beat than green Tron. From control player's perspective, they play something, no problem. So I would love... Oh, a land. So, it's a big question here. Do I think they will draw, pay 2 with their lands, crack for a tower, and then have 3 mana up, which I wouldn't care about, or that they have a Tron piece in hand? I think I will go with Uro here. So I know, like, if they are E-Tron, I'm also not really scared of anything. Yeah, sure, go. So they would need to be green Tron, which there isn't a lot of it, and they would need to have the tower in hand, and they would need to have a Khan. That's the most, punishing situation. Oh, yep. Thought not, Seer. Okay, Battron. Okay, so that's fine. Because now if they take Scapeshift, I still have got Uro, Remand. If they take Uro, I've got still the combo piece. If they take a Remand, I couldn't care less. So I don't think they've got a good take here, to be honest. They take Scapeshift, sure. That doesn't matter, because I will try to dominate the game still with Uro. So, Matter Reshaper. Yeah, sure. So now I will play, I will use this, because I want to kind of have an opening to top deck Scapeshift, right? So with this I can put the Triumph into play. With the land drop I will play Tarn. So I will play specifically a Tarn because I want to fill the graveyard, okay? So if I play a fetch and remand something, I've got cards for Uro bring back. If I play an island, then I wouldn't, okay? So that's the logic here, basically. So I'm just thinking a step ahead, and because that's my game plan for now. So they will be attacking, sure, attack for 7, yup. And actually, if I escape Uro, I will also, on top of that, be able to hold up a remand. Okay, a construct, so probably a ballista. Nice. I will still remand it because I want to draw the card. So I'm absolutely remanding it, again for the sake of the card, because it doesn't counter, but it still draws. Okay, so that's the main idea here. Sure. So like if they have like another ballista, it is a problem. Yeah. So island, green. I could leave something in the graveyard because I could like preemptively fetch, but I don't think I want to. So let's just play this. Yeah, play an island, play that. I mean, theoretically, had I top deck a Scapeshift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, they would have just killed them. So that's also a nice thing to think about. So let's see how the turn plays out. But I think I'm in a fine position here, I would say, yeah. Sure. They will find probably another Cavern of Souls. If they play 2, I would be surprised. A Ghost Quarter. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I've got 2 Valakut, so I don't care, really. And again, my game plan might just come down to Uro beating them to death. They go to attacks. I will block. I will just easiest block of my life. The easiest block imaginable. Yup, absolutely easiest block. Because I know, because if I don't block, they will get the 4 damage in, right? And I'm in this precarious position with the ballista, which I don't want to be. Oh, they will just dismember. Sure. I will remand. Again, just to get the traction, because I killed them with the Scapeshift. So I remand that. Now they will dismember again. That's fine. They really have got a lot going on. That's a good draw on their part. So I think I will just fetch for a breeding pool tapped to fetch out a non mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mountains left in the deck. Sure. Opt a mountain. I don't want a land. A Valakut. That's not the best draw. A growth spiral. That's fine. Let's just cast a spell, right? So I will play the Sanctuary, targeting Remand, and I'm not going to put it on top. Nope. Now I'm going to cycle the Triome and escape Uro. Green, blue, green, blue. That's why I want to test Uro shells, because it's such an unbelievable plan B. It's wild how good this plan B is. So, oh, sure. Put Valakut in, put this in. So now if they don't kill me this turn, I will kill them next turn. So they just need not to have a Thought-Knot Seer, because in I doubt they can in any way win through combat with me now. So yeah, I'm actually glad I haven't drawn a Ren and 6. It's been very bad, and actually I'm thinking about it because Ren is bad against E-Tron, against Tron, against combo decks. It's bad against Prowess. It's bad against Burn. So you know. But it's great against other control decks, it's great against Jund. So, again, I really don't know what to think about it. Actually, yeah. I'm actually not, because normally I would click 0 to skip until end step. But there is a chance they just Ghost Quarter me here, which would give me an opening to play a Remand, should I need to. So, I will let them figure it out. And if they don't, I will hopefully win the game. And the best thing also is that because I don't play like Snapcaster Mages, like if they play an anti-graveyard card, it just hits Uro, and Uro still has the front half, right? So they spend a card to deal with, you know, one half of Uro. I will absolutely block, because again, this game isn't about this resource. Like I like isn't about Uro now. And I will still draw a card off of Thought-Knot Seer. I'm really happy with that. Absolutely, let me draw Island. That's fine. So again, the thing I don't want to see is another Thought-Knot Seer. That's what I really don't want to see. Oh? Oh. What's that? Oh, a Chalice on 4. Oh. Really? A Chalice on 4? Unbelievable. Okay. Okay. Nice. Very interesting. So obviously I want a cryptic. I want to draw a cryptic. This fetch will not probably be used too much for sanctuary tricks here, I think. Okay, I want to untap first. Let's fetch. That's really too bad. Okay, let's fetch out a non-mountain. So I'll just fetch it out, just to fetch it out. Okay, stoop. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 mountains. Yep. That was very unlucky. That was very unlucky. Put a counter on, yeah. Yeah. So the only out I can see is that they play into my remand. Actually, I could have played Scapeshift, remand the Scapeshift. I could have done that, yeah. Scapeshift, remand the Scapeshift to see what I draw potentially. Now they just overload on Ballista. Yep. Okay. Oh. It's not a good sideboard for the matchup. But I think the matchup isn't bad in itself. So I will play a Flame Slash. This as an out Chalices. And just cut the Wrens, I think, and just call it a day. I mean, bolts are not excellent, but they're fine. I think they're better than Wrens, because Wrens just don't give me lands. That's unfortunate. I really thought I had this game wrapped up. Again, this crucial turn 3. I think it just depends on the personal philosophy here. So actually, I mean, which actually wouldn't make sense, because if you know me, I actually like playing really safe. So actually, yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, this hand isn't great because again I've got the bolts and there's explosives, so this hand is basically a few lands and a remand. But it works fine against like these, you know, reshaper draws. Okay, so let's let on Valakut go. Power plant map, obviously, as you do. As you do. Okay, actually I'll play this because I can... You could think I could have engineered on 1 for this play, but then they wouldn't play the map. So... And then it wouldn't accomplish anything ever. This is obviously problematic. A tome. Because I can't remand profitably the Eldrazi's, I will remand this, because I can remand it. So let's just take the chance and do that. A land. Okay, so now I will do this, because I don't have anything better to do, really. So I will do that. Poop, poop. And I've got nothing, no? So, but again, the strength of such decks is that the Scapeshift thing is like, I win, like that, you know? So, a Thought-Knot Seer, I Maze my turn again. Really? So they don't have a Thought-Knot Seer, I guess? That was a good draw. I can play a Forest and hold up Remand Bolt. It is worth considering to potentially play EE on 2, which I could have done, now thinking about it. That's why I was actually smashing my 5 button, to not to pass the turn fully. They scry on the upkeep as again. Okay, now it's not worth it because they will use it fully. This first game really hurts me. I think it was a winnable game there. A smasher. Really don't want to bolt a smasher. So I'll just remand it. I know. What? Really? Oh, they haven't tapped it for colored. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, nice. Nice. I will cycle the main phase. See what I draw. I draw an opt. I think I can just do this and pass. That's wild. Maybe they thought I wouldn't play a remand into it. And again, why wouldn't I? That's why remand is great. I mean, that's why I... Yep, nope. Now you've got it, boy. Now you've got it. Now I really need an Uro because it will just completely dominate the battlefield. That's not an Uro. That's a Scapeshift, however. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. Ghost Quarter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. Six lands. Okay, so we'll just play this tapped. Pass. And hope this is the only thing that works here. Double bolt them. Or just at least bolt them once and then Scapeshift. Okay, that's my bet this game to win it. Which it really... Oh, they gain 4 of the tome. But that's fine, because this is exactly 6 to get them down to 18, so that's fine. So the only thing I don't want to see is a smasher. Or I thought not. Really? I mean... No, I don't. If I don't want to lose this game, I just need to double bolt a smasher. So it's like, you know, trigger, pitch explosives, resolve, bolt, pitch the island. You know, because now my out is another Uro. Actually, because it will bring me up to 8. Or desperate mode, I can just Scapeshift the smasher. But for that I would need this island, so like... So... So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can just tap. Do this. Because it's just spell, yeah. Scapeshift. They're probably doing the calculation. Which is fine. Make them do the maths. But this is just desperation Scapeshift. But you know, I give myself an out, you know. So, because like if I top deck a smasher, if I top deck an Uro, I can just play it, escape it, and I'm still in the game. So, you know, giving myself some kind of chance to win. Sure. Yup. Find an island, I guess. Scapeshift. So I will sacrifice these 4 lands. Yup. And I will get 1 and 3 triomes because they give me the best mana, and I want yeah. And now 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Always yes, always yield. Prrr. Go. And let's just wait and see what happens. Thirds, if they have a third smasher. But I think I've given myself the best chance to kind of try to pull back. This is, again, smasher for everybody who doesn't know. I mean, another thing is that had they played the first one correctly, I wouldn't have an opportunity to be lucky, let's say, right? Because I would have been at 0, right? Because this one attack. A bolt. Sure. Go. They're dead to another Scapeshift, to Uro, basically. So an Uro or a Scapeshift or a Cryptic. Cryptic is also fine. I think plenty of redraws. A Khan, couldn't care less about a Khan, depending on what they find from outside the game, but a Walking Ballista, fair enough, fair enough. A Mountain, play the Mountain, kill this. Because they don't have, because they can play a Ballista for 2 again, so they need to top deck a land to actually kill me. Which they don't. So I've got another draw. Okay, okay. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that's like... Meh. Meh. So the problem here is that... Sure, okay. So, I will return target permanent, draw a card. I will return this. The Germ. Blue, 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 red. Might as well play it. And then again, hope for them not to hit a land off the top. Which they do. And that's a mine. So that's the game. Let's see and go to match 3. Match 3. Match 3. We are on the draw. We've got an opt, remands, growth spirals. This is like a very, very, very good hand. Yeah, and again, in 29 land deck, there's no way no that we don't draw another land. Maths on our side. So again, high good luck our opponent, as you should do. Our opponent mulled to 6, as I can see, and plays Steam Vent Swift Spear. So probably this new blue-red prowess deck, against which I don't... Oh, okay, that's fine. Against which I don't love this hand. Remands are usually pretty bad against such decks, or the opt main phase. Okay, that's fine. So if they don't have the second land, put on the bottom, so they don't have a second land. So there is a chance that this remand is actually a card, so that's fine. So, another Swift Spear. I will remand it. I will actually find... Actually, yeah, let's just go with an island. Let's just go classic island. Just remand this. I mean, if they have actually drawn the land, that would be too bad. They don't. Okay, they haven't. Actually, yeah, I'll hold up a remand again. Or what I could have done is just play, island, spiral, shock, remand. But that's fine. Let's just buy some time. Let's just buy ourselves some time. Okay, mountain, sure, they found it. Attack for 2 only, that's fine. Now I can play an island, I can Uro, triggers. From the triggers I can put a Triumph into play. I can put another Triumph. Oh, because I have played the land. Okay, sure. Go. So now I can just end step opt. Too bad I don't have a fetch for Uro escape. That would be brilliant. But I don't. The perfect scenario would be if they add another creature, but they don't add another creature to the battlefield. But again, they just can't kill me possibly this turn. I mean, maybe let's not say possibly, because they could just have some growth spiral, draws. Nice. Nice. Okay. Again, Ethergast, explosives. I think this will be a bit more creature-focused deck rather than spell-focused. And so I could cut Ren again. I'll cut Remans again. And I will cut Sensor. Did I play not safe enough? I could, instead of playing Uro, I could have just Cryptic tapped. Like tapping the creatures. I think my line was a bit more play to win line, but I just don't remember the exact situation, so we could just go back and see if that really was optimal. I think it was. On the other hand, I know they play zeros, but they must have been specifically mutagenic. It was bold mutagenic. But had they drawn a third land, which is not improbable, I'm probably also dead. Yeah, might have been not the best keep. I will keep this hand because it's very functional. Have interaction, have the Cryptic. Obviously not the best, but like my 6s, I will still look for such cards in the 6. So in the 6 card hand, I mean, yeah. Okay. So I will actually aggressively play fetches to fuel Uro, because each card is key. So what I wish they did is like a Manamorphose, because I can just gas the Manamorphose and just basically cut them off of the turn. Yup, that's fine. That's fine. Play fetch out I have a double forest. Okay, so island, and I have no. It's the only play I could make actually. So they will probably put Manamorphose on top because this is such a card that, let's say there's no reason to. Manamorphose on top, attack for 2. Like a bolt off the top would be excellent, obviously. Let's play an Uro. Triggers. Yeah, Breeding Pool tapped, sure. Go. Now I've got double Cryptic, so I can just kind of buy myself some time. They might be missing their third land, which is something I wish was the case. Okay, looking for the third land again. Opting kind of long, so probably bottom on top. Okay, so they might have drawn a non-land. So there was a thinking if they want a non-land or not. Sure. Okay, I can just close. Oh, they did draw a non-land. Another creature. Possibly. Or Rift Bolt. Okay, a light up. A land and a Soul Scar. I could shock myself and then spiral shock myself into Cryptic, but I think that's super aggressive. I think I'd rather just buy myself a combat step here. I mean, they could just have a Spell Pierce post board or something, but I don't think I can reasonably play around such a thing. Tap draw. Blue, 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 blue. Boop. Again, I can't reasonably play around a spell pierce or a dispel. So if you can't play around something, you just don't. Yep. That's not the end of the world still. I've got 4 cards in green. I need 2 more. Like, a fetch off the top would be probably one of the best draws. I think I will actually shock myself in and have Cryptic Gust. Or just Cryptic Spiral, if I really need to. And I want to cast both of them to later. Uro. Yup, eat the land. Tap draw. I'm tapping non-triomes because triome is the oh, that was a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I can play the fetch here. I can fetch it for a breeding pool. Oh, that's a good one. Yep. Because I'm getting excited because I can Sanctuary. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Sanctuary Cryptic on top. Escape Uro, which is green, green, blue, blue, and still hold up Cryptic. So that's an excellent position to be in. Yep. Okay, got it. Got. No, weather this one. Weather. No, 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 no. Wah. Okay, okay, quickly. Okay, just to have the weather storm. Now I can maybe think. Okay, just why? Oh God, I'm sorry. I just. Okay, this hand. It's really bad. No, it's really bad. It doesn't have green for the Uros. Oh, that's a good hand. That's a good hand. Because it goes Bolt, Uro. I'm actually bottoming a Scapeshift here, I think. Basic Mountain. Or a land. Maybe a land actually is better. Actually bottom a land. Because I probably need as many spells as possible and... Okay, I will lead on the turn because it could be a triome or just a mountain. And what I'm thinking is just find a mountain, bolt the creature, tap the ground, and then Island Uro play the stomping ground. And that's how you should think about these things, I believe. Like that's how you should analyze these things. You should map out a few turns, you know, few turns ahead. Now, I might still just find a triome, right? And then play the bolt. And play ground tapped. If they have a 0, that's fine. Like like to be fair, I'm aware they have 0s. But I need to somehow kind of get through it. And I'd rather do it on my turn when this pump doesn't work. Right? So I need to go through these spells. And unfortunately, Gust doesn't target the entity. So that's kind of unfortunate. But they don't have a spell to follow it up with. That's good. So let's just Uro here. Boop. To get some 3 life. Yeah. I can play ground tapped because I need 3 blue. I've got the island, which is painless. I've got 4 lands. I'm not in a good position here by any means, but I'm not in a terrible position by any means. However, I need to top the action. Like that. That's action. I would define that as action. I can just pass. I will declare no blocks and just see if they do something. Okay, so I can just Gust here. And then, okay, let's see if this resolves. Actually, yeah, okay, let's see what they did with it. Show game log. On the bottom, okay, so they really need some better spells. They need some better spells here. Weather the Storm is a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I'm a land away from killing them. And if I don't draw a land, I can still Weather the Storm, Ether Gust to have Uro escape. So I think I'm in a fine position here. Oh, I think I'm in a fine position here. It's surprising to me that they kept a no 1 mana creature draw. But, no. They're not following it up with anything. It makes me okay. Let's just untap. Okay, let's just pass because now I can just go Growth Spiral with the Storm, Ether Gust, which is something which I won't. Okay, so they might be just sandbagging a lot of spells. Source. Oh yes, absolutely. Please play more spells. Okay, so now I will play Growth Spiral. Now I will play Ether Gust here. Maybe I should have led with this because now I'm dead to Double Bolt. So I could just untap, right? Escape Uro. I could just escape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just untap, Scapeshift, and hold a with the Storm, playing around Double Bolt. And I think I actually want to do it. I want to play around Double Bolt. So, green, 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 blue, red, blue. Now, cast Scapeshift. They play an Ether Gust. So I will respond with Weather the Storm and just yield and just hope I'm not dead and put the Scapeshift on top, right? That was, I think that's a close call, to be honest. Should I play around Double Bolt? I decided to do. I am quite conservative when it comes to Magic, so like if they have me dead. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't know they played that. Okay, let's go to another match. Okay, match 4. Match 4 is loading. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm still thinking about these games. Because like one could say, you know, oh, they need Double Bolt to kill you. So it's unlikely that they have this combination, but then they had that wild combination that they just killed me out of nowhere. So, okay, this hand is absolutely is an easy keep. His turn 1 interaction, turn 2 interaction, or just turn to pull a head card. So I'm absolutely keeping it. Probably control deck. Or like a Stoneblade deck. I will actually hedge. And if it's a Stoneblade deck, I just want to bolt the Stoneforge. And yeah. And I think there is a very little cost to leading this. Like the leading like that. And if they have a Stoneforge and I can bolt it and then play a Wren, I think it would be a substantial advantage to me. Okay, they're just passing, so I'll just take this opportunity to find a Triome, and I will be jamming a Wren because I will. Like for 1 mana, there are very few spells which they can counter the Wren, and if they have a Fawn, I'm fine with that. So I'll just shock this in, play the Wren. And I don't think they would want to Fawn. Opt-in response. It's like, I would really tilt off if they had like a main expel piece or something. Okay. And actually really helps, because if they have a Tefri, you just can kind of ping it. Ping it. And if they don't have a Tefri, that's really bad for them. But they always do, so... Yep. Up to 5. Yep. I can cycle my sensor. Sure. Fetch. Bridging pool tapped. Up. So we will have this one of these, you know, absolutely outrageously bad games where we don't play magic because of the Tefri. On the plus side, I discarded the tree onto hand size so that I can pick it up with the Ren. Yeah. I mean, I can basically just pass this turn, right? A remand. So, pick it up. Now I can play another fetch. And just pass. I can just clean up a fetch or a whatever here. Vendilion click. Okay, draw 2, sure. They will need to answer the Ren, so... These games have been like... I mean... Jace the Mind Sculptor, sure. Please brainstorm. Great. I'm very happy with that, because just... And now, you know, I've got this button, so if they just blink, I can just Scapeshift you. This mana base. Okay, this mana base. Do this, cycle the Triome, see what happens. A land, which is not really surprising in a 29 land deck. A bolt here. I mean, they could fawn it. Which is, again, like, what can you do? Sure. I can't do anything about it. Pick up the Triome. Play a Valakut. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. 5 lands. Now I can just basically pass until the end step. Oh, not playing magic. Womp womp. Oh, they just minused. They just minused it. Sure, now they're brainstorming. Fine. This is just at ult, so they'll probably just push it a bit if Ren with Colonnade. Just Colonnade. God, people. It's 2020. Field of Ruin, sure. Yep, as I thought. Do this. So I could still top deck like, you know, a ramp spell into Scapeshift to give myself an out here. That's not that. That's not that. Cycle. A growth spell. Yep. Pick up the Triome. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, play the 6th land. So I absolutely would jam Scapeshift here, but no reason to jam Scapeshift. I can discard a non-mountain. But I might just keep making them have it with the Scapeshift or something. Or if they tap low, because they might very well tap low, just killing the Wren. So who knows? If it was a non-Scapeshift version, I would be. I mean, maybe I wouldn't be dead because I wouldn't be drawing, so many lands. So tough call, actually. But that's also what happens when I don't play Teferi or a Fawn, right? Because if I was playing Fawn, it could be also a bit different. Okay, Cycle Triumph. They've got 2 mana up. And I can't reasonably play around anything. So cast Scapeshift. Go. Oh, and fronting inventory. Okay, sure. Okay, I will just take one more draw step, maybe. Okay, I've got 2 Veils of Summer, 2 Disputes. That's it. 4 spells for 4 bolts. I mean, bolts are fine here. Fine-ish. Opt. Yep. Opt. Yep. Opt. Nope. 1, 2, 3. I've got only 3 actual mountains, so I won't be able to very easily just mountain them out of the game. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains. Okay. Ah! I could have found a mountain. Because again, my out is basically drawing another Valakut, so I might as well have done that. Yield through this turn. And they probably have all the paths in the world, right? So if I play Uro, they will just path it. Weird they have played only 1 fetch, having seen half of their deck. So it's also weird. They'll discard. Maybe they have so much gas, something. Okay, sure, Growth Spiral. Let's start with the Growth Spiral, I think. Okay. Uro. So like if they have a counter spell, they will use it on Uro maybe. Like I really want them to counter it with a non-fawn, because then I can put it back with a Sure. Do I jam Scapeshift? Not yet. I think. Let's just Uro here. Poop, 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 poop. Whatever. Just 5 random cards. Obviously, if I was playing in paper, I wouldn't, for example, eat spells because they don't know if I have a Snapcaster or not. Sure. Pass. So maybe that was the reason that was a reason to play the Scapeshift, because now I could just put it back on top and then also escape Uro. I mean, I can still do both, I guess. I can still do both, I guess, yeah. Sure. Let's just make them, yeah, just stop on me, yeah, sure. I mean, doesn't matter. I need this fetch, so it doesn't matter what they did with that Jace. Another Planeswalker? Just tap low. Oh, yeah, sure. Just tap low. Couldn't care, yep. I'm winning the game in some other means. So, which is again a plus thing for this deck, because I don't need, no, 2 Planeswalkers going on for 6 turns to maybe win. So, you know. Growth Spiral? Sure. Uro. Green. Green. Blue, blue. Poop, 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 poop. Poop, poop. Cast Uro. And they should absolutely let it resolve. Just countering it is just... it's just bizarre. Why would you counter this spell? It doesn't do much, really. Path. Yep. Yes. I'll found a mountain. Now. Green. Green. Blue. Blue. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pass. I'll just put it on top. Oh, I forgot about that rubbish thing. On my upkeep, I will fetch. I mean, normally it matters because I would have interaction up, but now I don't. So. Okay, turn, fetch. Sanctuary. Scapeshift on top. That's another great thing about this deck. I like this interaction. This is the first time it's come up, but it's actually the first time I'm actually actively using Sanctuary, I think. It hasn't been a big, you know, big thing in this deck. Okay, so I will do this. See what I draw. A Spell Snare. Sure. They should fawn. They should fawn. Or at least they should now counterbounce Snapcaster Mage. Like, to actually have a way not to die. Right? Because they're winning on other fronts. So, like, if they counter draw, absolutely bizarre, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? I'll do that again next turn. So in paper, if they just show me, no, 3 counter spells, maybe they've said they've got a lot of counter spells. No, they haven't. If they just show me counter spells, I would be like, yup, I guess I'm dead. But here, I guess I'm not yet. Sure, they draw some cards, yeah. Pass. No, Tefri. Okay, again, come on. Yep, attacks for 6. Yep. And now, to literally nobody's surprise, double Field of Runeshaw. Fetch. Mystic Sanctuary. And actually, I'm not sure if it's even lethal at this point. But, you know. Green, green. Bro. Yep. Dispute, veil, and I will just cut. I will actually cut 4 bolts. Because I can see that I will like this game for. I mean, it almost killed the Jace, sure, but yeah. I think I'd rather have all these other tools for this matchup. So just thoughts now, while still playing. So despite being 1-2 in the league, and to be fair, I will still post the league even if I won 4. I find this deck promising. Really, I think it's promising. I just don't think Ren is as good as it used to. Because, like, it's good against like mana dog decks, which there aren't many of because of Ren and Lava Dart, so they've been pushed away. It's okay against Arbor Elf in Red Green Ponza, but then they've got these Utopia Sprawl draws, and you need to be able to snipe it, which very often is actually too late. So I'm not sure on the Sniper Keeper. I'm not sure on the Ren. Like in this deck, probably yes, but it makes me think if there maybe is a better shell. For example, maybe not Term with White Teamer, Scapeshift. We could just. I mean, I know White Teamer, but actually, damn, we need red sources and mountains. I know why. Sorry for that. That was ridiculous. Okay. So now, hey now, you're a rockstar. I don't need to Triumph yet. I think I want a bit more traction. Growth Spiral, sure. Just makes me have something to do with my mana. And I think actually maybe a better number of Veils in the sideboard. Like maybe now thinking about it, maybe the deck needs like 4 Veils for these types of matchups. Maybe 3 Disputes. I like this focused creature package, so I would want a bit more for E-Tron. This is like rubbish-ish against both the aggro decks and E-Tron. So, yeah. Okay, I'll do this, fetch. Now I will find a Triumph. Yeah, I can actually go Uro here. And I can go Uro, play a land, Growth Spiral, play a land, opt. Triggers. Go. So I'm doing much more than my opponent, so that's also that this deck has a lot more velocity, which is always good in Modern. They will play at the Ferry, which is like Ashok Dream Render. Sure. I mean, can't do much about it. Veil of Summer, sure. Fetch. Breeding Pool. It's just so annoying to play against these things. No, a remand now. Too late. Now they're milling me. So it's actually very problematic because it means I would need to win on the fair front, but without Uro and without Scapeshift, like this turns off both. So I don't see this game really, and they'll be just jamming. Bremand. I hate these types of decks. I mean, I like Blue Eye, but I hate this type of gameplay. Like you go, no, Planeswalker Slam, Planeswalker Slam, Planeswalker Slam, Planeswalker Slam, and just hope some of them, you know, at least one of them sticks. I personally really dislike this type of gameplay. No. Okay, now getting really punished for all the lands I've got in my deck. That's fine. This is fine draw, fine draw. Cycling. Play a Wren. Pick up the Triome. Okay. Play a Veil of Summer. Verdict post board. That's like wild. Sure. Put nothing on top. I mean, I could actually put top on top to have better draw step, I guess. But they will mill it. So that almost doesn't matter. Sure. God. Very, like, I much rather play against E-Tron than this. Like, much rather. Dispute, yeah. Good timing. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's not do that a bit more. Okay, let's just go to match 5 and just close out the league. Okay, last match of this league. Classic high good luck. This hand is excellent. It's actually pretty good, especially on the play, because I can go turn to Remand or potentially turn to Growth Spiral. So I really like this deck. This hand. Again, 2 Scapeshift is like, but a Windswept Heath. Okay, yeah. Maybe Boggles. Just to finish it. Just to finish it nicely, it's just to be Boggles. Oh, Arbor Elf. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I can just safely lead with a forest, with an island. And now a Wren would be great. I mean, full stop. A Wren would be great. I don't have a Wren, so it doesn't matter, but it would be great. Now, Utopia Sprawl. Yep. Red-green, untap, Stone Rain me or something. Bloodbraid Elf turn 2, sure. Cascade into Seasoned Pyromancer. Wild. That's wild. Okay, I will just remand the Pyro. Yeah, sure. Because now I can go Growth Spiral, put this in, shock, put this in, shock, play the Wren, kill that, pass, then it will soak up 3. They don't have double red for the Seasoned Pyro, which yeah. So yeah, unless they Blood Moon me, obviously, but unless they do, it's okay. Kill the Wren. Keep me at 13. But I don't have the second basic forest, so Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just really just getting so... Just thinking about it, whether this deck has legs. It seems like it does. It very much seems like it does. But, you know, Teferi is nigh impossible to beat. And Ashiok is a difficult card to beat and everybody plays it. Blood Moon is difficult to beat. Very few tools against E-Tron. So, like, all these things make me think that it's maybe not a good choice. Like, the strength of this deck came from Uroing and then somehow closing up the game. But it seems like the actual Scapeshift kill wasn't a consideration almost. Okay, I just don't have... I could stack my deck and not win this. Okay, so let's just go 4 Ethergast, a Flame Slash, and 2 Angers. And just cut... I'll actually cut the Ren, I think. It has a difficult... Because she has like a difficult cost, makes me have to fetch. Difficult... Okay, on the play, I'll keep the remands. Yeah, let's just do this. I could trim Scapeshift maybe for the 4th remand actually. But yeah. Like I liked Ren in my shell when I play like Too Lonely Sandbar, and like I could actually go, you know, turn to Ren and just go off, let's say. Here is just pick up a land. You know, it's only good in the dreamland of retracing cryptics, but I don't think that's what I want to be doing. So, I will be testing more, obviously. So yeah, this league, I'm fully aware of it being 1-4, but it's been kind of informative, and that's what I want to do. Like, I 3-1'd my FNM with Reclamation. I still think it's bad. And I won for this league, and I think it's okay, but I think that the Scapeshift finish, like this is actually the way you finish against, for example, E-Tron, but against like fair creature decks, Uro is just way more than enough to finish. Yeah. I can go Tree on Go. If they play a creature, I can go Forest, Spiral into Mountain Bolt. And the fact that these decks, I know they play 20, 29, 27, 29 lands because of the Spiral and Uro, and you always want to put lands in. But I find it some kind of, no, gas-less at times. So that's what I also think is kind of bad. Mana's difficult. I'll think about it. I'll look through some results from different tournaments. So these are like this Scapeshift, Reclamation, like the combo finish decks. I also want to try just the traditional snow, black snow, and I want to try white snow. I want to test red snow because I think Ren is like, it's not as good as I wish it was. So I might try black snow. Oh yeah, again, or white snow. No snakes, certainly no snakes. No Field of Runes, because I'm not a greedy person to just... Yeah. Nope. Please, opponent, just pass. Just pass. Okay, that's fine. And also, I would actually really like to play a 2-color deck because of the presence of, for example, this deck and the presence of red decks. And I don't want to kind of have a painful mana base. So that's also a consideration. Now I don't have a Cryptic. Oh yeah, just... I'll just main phase the spiral. That's not a good position to be in. Yes, I think now I will be thinking about 2 color decks. I would love to play blue-green, just blue-green, and it could be playable, just blue-green, you know. Like blue-green, you know, and now then with a snake. Like blue-green, maybe reclamation or something. Oh, a choke! How lovely! God, just so many hate pieces. Okay, play this untapped, obviously. So I will gust it end step. Magus. Don't care about Magus. Because I will actually be able to bolt it. Gust here. I mean, they could also veil on top of that, so that would be like vomit inducing, but at least we could just scoop up and finish the league. Okay. I think I can just pass. I think I can just pass. Yeah. Because actually there is no pressure here. Oh, they will be replaying the choke, possibly. So then I will opt and try to find something, or I can just not opt at all and just Arbor Elf resolves. Just don't play the choke. Actually, I'm not going to play the opt because I will wait until the triple blue, like that. Chef's kiss. But this is like slowly killing me. A scavenging ooze, sure. So, return, draw. Double opt. Okay. Just opt me. I don't want to play the Uro into this clear. Oh! But they are 28. So that's another problem. This doesn't really work. 1, 2, 3. So I actually, I mean 28. Okay, I'll just keep it because I could just find double. I could just wait. Because I really want to hit a land drop here actually. And double Valakut can do the job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to 8 lands. So I will actually try to hit. No, a land. Sure. Sure. So now I need an 8th land. Any 8th land. I think. And actually I could. I like even if they choke me, that's fine. But I give myself most outs because I can go Remand, then Uro, and then still Scapeshift. So they attack me for 4, which is okay because I'm still alive. I hope my math isn't wrong. So we'll see. We'll find out together if my math is correct. I'm absolutely remanding it. Okay. So Scapeshift. One, two, three, 4 mountains. 4 mountains. I've got 11 total, so that's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 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 I don't. Yup, boop, here, 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 here. So my question is, so I'm winning this game now because of the combo. My question is, wouldn't I have been winning this game had I had just traditional control tools? That's basically my question. Always yes, always yield. So yeah, good game, I guess. On the draw, I trimmed the Scapeshift. Yeah, I think I like this configuration. Maybe anger isn't. Actually, let's just. Actually, I will just do this. Kind of a bit more early interaction. That was impressive-ish. But again, it's like it wasn't impressive in itself. It was just I was in a terrible shape, and I had to maneuver it in the best absolute way possible, which I'm not sure I did, but it worked out to my advantage. Tough call, I think. Okay, so let's see what happens this game. Let's just get that maybe sweet 2-3. Yeah, this hand is has the potential to be sweet 2-3. Hope. Okay. Let's just see what happens. But yeah, this deck against Choke and Boil and Blood Moon, terrible against all of them. Unfortunately, not an elf. So because it wasn't an elf, I will play this, because I've got the basic island, so even if they Blood Moon me turn 2, I have got the island to gas the Blood Moon. So I'm fine with that. Synthivines. Yeah. Woohoo! Okay. So, welcome to Greed Town. Welcome to Greed Town. Find an island. Pass until they draw step. And draw step gust the Utopia Sprawl. And then make them put it on top or bottom, and then if they have missed on the land drop, they will miss it on it again, right? And I'm just cutting them because, yeah. So they put show game log on the bottom. Okay, so they really have nothing. Okay, so I will try to take advantage of it. Let's find a basic forest. Or maybe actually island. Maybe actually island to have triple island for the Cryptic. Okay, I think this gust play was key there. Yeah, tap steam vents. Go. And then even if they hit a land, they will play a 2-drop, and I'm not really afraid of any twos, I think. I don't have the mana to escape Uro at this point, but I will just keep holding up remands. So, yeah. Okay, sure. And pass, yeah, because yeah, they don't even have the 2s. I will absolutely play the Triome, because I want the double green to escape. And I just need 2 more cards, which is like Remand Bolt. So they will play a 3 because they need to. And I will be able to remand... Oh, they don't. Okay. So... Bolt you. Hold priority. Remand my Bolt. And this is fine. So, I remand my own Bolt. And bolt you. Now, I can play an island to hold up remand already, and Uro escape. I think that was a nice trick, wasn't it? That was a nice trick with remand bolt, wasn't it? Yeah, that was nice. That was nice, I reckon. Trigger. This is not going to affect me in any way, really. Yeah, I'll play the green source, which is a forest as well. I can just remand opt or growth spiral, land remand. So, yeah. And they've hit the third land. They will need to play a 3. And now I will just go growth spiral. Put land in. Shock. Remand that. And actually, Scapeshift also kills them, right? Oh, that was a good draw. The Ethergast, right? Yeah! 2-3. No. Okay. So, actually, let me just close this section, and we'll just come back to the conclusion. Okay, in a moment. The conclusion, okay, the wrap-up section. So, and I think this is how I will be doing it, okay? I'll just, if I'm recording for YouTube, probably have like this, deck tech, separate matches, and a wrap-up. And with no downtime, so I'll be just cutting between matches. The deck. So, summarizing my thoughts. I'm thinking whether it's not that just Uro shells are good, like Uro Cryptic shells, right? Because against fair decks, like creature decks, I just need to survive long enough, and then Uro and Cryptic do the job. I don't need like an over-the-top finish. Against other control decks, this runs into the problem of, Tefreeze, Ashiox, and this type of problematic stuff. It gets Ethergasted. However, I like the interaction with it and Mystic Sanctuary. But I think against like fair decks, this is not necessary, and against unfair decks, we still have got the tools. Like, yeah, again, the question is, do I need an over-the-top finish? It's a one-card combo, so that's good, but it requires ramp, let's say, to actually make it reasonable. But ramp requires more lands, and more lands mean less action. So this kind of like, I don't think I like the way it plays out together. I disliked Wrens a lot, and it's like not a sentiment only from this league, like in general. So I'm not sure what I will be testing next. Again, I'm thinking of some kind of snow shell. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. For now, I'll give this deck like a like a B-, promising. I mean, from this one league I played, right? But I think I see some problems with the deck. I like the forecasts. I think I would just play more Veils, probably even maybe not even explosives, but just like maybe 2 flame slashes or 3 flame slashes. Just here it covers the ground because of how key turn 1 Triome is, and we've got 4 Triome and 2 Valakut, so we really need this turn 1 tapped because otherwise there might not be a moment to play it. Sorry. Not sick, don't worry. Just something in my throat. Yeah, Sensor was fine. I didn't really feel its impact. Opts were meh, as always. I hate Opt. So, yeah, I think, like, if you have any question about the deck, feel free to ask me in the comment section below or on Twitter, and I'll ask you any and all the questions you might have. And as of now, please remember, it's been quite some time, I know, but hold my hand. Let's pass the turn together and see you next time. Cheers.